Alright, let's chat shit. Welcome to the Let's Chat Shit podcast.
Please do it.
Welcome. Alright, boys. The lockdown. We ain't going on holiday again.
What? You guys not going on holiday? You haven't booked anything?
Nah, I'm not risking it.
Boris, bro. It's Boris.
Because I think I was chilling at the bar with my girl, and then all I hear is fuck. This guy, he booked the holidays, and then he's like, "It's peak. I got cancelled thing, and here's what it is." I told everyone, don't be guinea pigs and don't be booking no vacations.
Actually, my sister's currently on holiday in Portugal. But
what? Isn't that meant to be on the?
So she booked it before the amber list got put on there, because this is what they do. They snake you. So she put it. She has to do all these tests, about £200 worth of tests.
Bro,
so really you're just paying for tests to go on holiday. It's just dead.
Does she has to quarantine as well?
She has a quarantine on the way back as well now, because they've decided halfway through we're going to play it on.
I mean, we have to quarantine.
And then look at Trafalgar Square yesterday with the Scottish fans, thousands upon thousands.
It's going to be a new hybrid variant, inshallah.
The new Scottish variant.
Scottish variant.
Scotland x UK.
Pull up the link.
Oh my God. So actually, I've got a little bit of a conspiracy theory, but it's not really a conspiracy theory, because actually, it's quite believed by a lot of people, because the main reason we're in lockdown is because of this Indian variant, and obviously we know the Indian variant came and spread through the UK because they kept the borders open to India, and for like 10 flights a day were coming through. Imagine. So Boris was like, look, everyone can come through, spread it around. And the reason he did this here is because he wanted to set up a trade deal with India, and obviously it would look bad if he were to close the border with them.
Oh yeah.
So and if you look at the exchequer, Sunak, was his name is Sunak here.
Yeah. Well, Indian.
He's Indian, and his wife, her father owns Infosys, one of the largest companies in India, who have now said they're gonna be creating jobs in the UK. So obviously they had all these reasons to not close the border. And then obviously now you see all the variant now spreading, and of course they knew what was going to happen. And basically, based on that deal, essentially, is the reason we're now continuing the lockdown.
It says here, Infosys is a consulting IT services for cloud computing.
Yeah, and they're shit, bro. We had to work with we had to work with them, and those developers were terrible.
Really, it was bad.
Actually, they're known as, like, what they do is they create, let's say, something for you, but they make it so terrible so that you have to pay them to maintain it. They always come back to you.
That's a good strategy.
They always come back to you with, oh guys, look, we fixed 1,000 bugs. Bro, you created those 1,000 bugs. What are you talking about?
Sounds like the McDonald's machines, the ice cream machines, right?
Oh yeah,
exactly.
You guys hear about that? That was hilarious. Same principle. The whole thing was like, we have ice cream machines that we specifically deliver from our subsidiary or like related company, or basically our partner company, and then the machine suddenly was not working. Everyone's like, fuck McDonald's machines. But all the other machines, but they're serving other like restaurant, fast food chains, or like Wendy's or whatever, same company, but the ice cream machines are working on their one. It's the same machine, bro. Why is it not working at McDonald's and it's working at Wendy's? You know what I mean? Full on conspiracy. It was all like
for maintenance. They only basically, the majority of the profits that company, I think, came through their maintenance.
100%.
So they had software that would act automatically. No, it was majority. Actually, it was ridiculous. And they had software that would break it essentially. So they would.
Oh really? On a timer?
Yeah. So they have to come in and fix it, which is absolutely ridiculous.
And only them knew how to fix it.
You need to get a special engineer to come fix it.
Sounds like Infosys is playing the McDonald's playbook.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you're telling me is true, though. Obviously I have no idea personally.
Yeah, we're clueless on this entire podcast. This is just the Let's Chat Shit.
We just chat shit.
We just chat shit.
It is what it is.
So do you guys actually think we're gonna come out of lockdown on that date though?
July.
I don't think we are.
Bro, everyone, like, we have to learn now.
We called it. Everyone called it.
Everyone knew. We just have to learn our lesson. It's just not gonna happen.
I think they're going to keep extending it, especially because the numbers are still going up, I think, apparently.
Exactly. So they're going to be like, oh, we're just following the numbers. But you guys kept the door open. Look at all these other... Bro, I look at America and they have clubs open. They've got they're going out, having a fun time, somewhere enjoying.
Freedom.
And here we are, the country who was like the furthest ahead on the vaccines, have majority of the country actually vaccinated. And
So
here
like
we are.
80% of adults now.
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous. Like, we have no reason not to come out of lockdown at this point.
Yeah, but to be fair, I heard the US holds the winning amount of deaths now from COVID.
Winning amount.
The winning amount, they're top of the leaderboard.
America is number one. All the way is number one.
It's a peak. Apparently, America's got the most deaths out of every country from COVID now.
Even like Brazil. And
That's what they were saying.
That's bad, man.
Stress for them.
Let me search out why you guys speak about it. Go on.
Yeah, but that's bad because I knew the South Americas was like terrible.
Yeah, even India. India's going. Why did we close the border, bro? I'm pissed.
That's the worst part about it. It's the fact that they didn't close that border because that ruined it all for us. If they closed that border,
We'd been calm.
we'll be
we were
out
coming
now.
down. We were
We'll be
coming out of it.
now. We'll be out, but
Bro, it better be
Boris,
worth it. Our economy better be skyrocketing
It was
because of
because
this deal.
it was because of Boris. It's because of Boris, and you know you can't trust these guys because they even now they're getting investigated for the contracts that they gave out during the COVID-19. So like contracts to do a PPE and just anything to do really with the health sector. They gave it to their friends who weren't really equipped, or their companies weren't ready to provide the service. But obviously, it's free government money to your boys.
Yo, this is looking fucked. So coronavirus cases, as I'm looking at worldmeters.info, obviously 178 million cases, but
I gave up on those websites a time ago.
3.8 million.
The Don who created the first website made pee. He made pee.
Yo, he was spam. He was selling.
That's
shovels.
how
He
you
was
make
selling
money.
shovels, bro.
That's how you make money off misery, death, and infection, bro. That's like the best way to make money.
He clocked what they were doing. He was like, okay, come. Everyone's stupid. Let me just make a website and record everyone. Everyone's gonna be checking. Everyone's gonna be checking his face.
I checked it bare. I probably put some AdSense into his pocket.
This is the first time I checked it. I ain't
Oh,
gonna
really?
lie. The first time I ever looked at it. Me, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I was in Germany. In Germany, they knew what they were doing for a bit. You know what I mean? It was like really zero COVID where I was hanging out. It was in Constance, so I was just pretty chilling. Like, life was good. I was kind of ignorant about everything. I come to the UK, all I hear is stress, hybrid variant, Scottish variant, Indian variant, blah, blah, blah. And if I'm looking at the website now, it says India is number 2 in terms of cases.
Current cases.
Yeah,
Current cases, yeah.
So, Boris, I beg you, man, look at the leaderboard.
And then you see all of these guys come together for the G7 summit, and they're all, you know, when the cameras are on, it's all elbow.
Bro.
Elbow. The minute the camera's facing away, it's like, oh, let me give you a quick hug. Oh, let me give you a quick hug.
I'm not gonna lie, every time I see these men on their elbows, I'm thinking they look
You
so
liars.
dumb.
You liars.
Oh.
And then the fact that they flew in. How did Boris fly in from London to was it in what's that? Where is it? It was held in
Cornwall.
Cornwall.
It was in
That's
Cornwall,
it. Yeah. So he to discuss global warming.
Bro, did you see Biden? He had like 20 cars
No.
escorting him to Cornwall.
Well, it's
20
Wow.
cars.
Listen, you know, and everyone's paying for that. Where are they getting that money? It's all tax money, yeah? Tax money. We're literally paying for old, stupid people to just be dancing around, doing elbows and things, and then increasing variance.
Lizzie was all saying jokes and that.
What?
You see, the Queen
Oh,
was there.
yeah.
She was dropping
No.
bars.
Oh, we meant to pretend that we're enjoying it. I was like,
Yeah, they were
What
dropping bars.
was she saying?
I was just dropping jokes with the.
trying to break the ice.
Yeah, she seems a bit more chipper since her husband.
She's back on the market, bro. She was churched in the things.
Oh my days. Yo, you wanna kill it? Yo, no way.
Dropping jokes here and there, trying to
I
get
was
the
like,
attention of the boys.
Yo, they're probably like.
I'm like,
injecting her with
Lizzie,
swords.
who you trying to move to?
Yo,
But
that's
did you see? Apparently, it was US and another country have come out of the G7 summit saying they're not going to stop burning coal.
Which country is this?
The US and I forgot who the second country
Oh
was.
my days!
No,
Wait till Trump comes back for
maybe it makes
2024.
sense, you know. Maybe
It's because one of the states in America
Yeah.
refuses to do it, and they can't. Like every state has its own like separate
Wow.
little laws,
Economy,
so
yeah.
they're deciding that the US won't do that for coal just because that one state doesn't want to do it.
Wait, remember
I think it's Virginia.
Virginia, let me search
Wow.
up. Oh my god, that sounds lit.
I think they have like they were built on coal originally, coal mining and stuff. So it's too harsh to take it away from them, you know.
No, but listen, it might make some sense, you know. It might actually make some sense. You never know. Like once
Whoa.
we'll do the research next time, we'll I don't know. I'll try to look into it.
But it's just I'm like, But the one good thing the G7 stuff did actually was the fact that they apparently trying to do a 15% global corporate tax, so that for example the likes of Amazon end up paying so little in tax.
I hope that's true though. I hope that's true.
I think that's confusing because look, there are so many countries around the world, that already have lower than 15% like for corporation tax.
Yeah.
And even if you don't have lower corporation tax, why is every company from going to Ireland or Singapore and having?
But that's the point. I think this is what the point was.
It's trying to stop that.
That's exactly that's what they're trying to deal with, because tax. Well, the biggest issue with tax was, if you can say you're going to tax here, okay, cool, then I'm just going to put my company here, and I'll avoid it. Simple as that. So I think what they're trying to do is find a way to do a global taxation. So companies like Amazon, they'll just hire a bunch of accountants to just move all their assets to like Ireland. Like Apple's, which is based in Ireland. It's an American company. That should not be allowed.
I doubt their user market even is Ireland.
No, it's not. And that's the most ridiculous thing. And I think that's why all these companies have been able to get away for so long with paying little to no tax. How am I paying upwards of 40 to 45% tax compared to Trump, who pays $750 in income tax?
He went in. Nah, he went in though.
I rate him. I rate him for that. But I'm annoyed that they forced me to pay that. And there's people who are richer than me paying way less in percentage-wise. So I think it's a good start, but I also believe that this is going to be an impossible thing. Somali will come out and be like, guys, we'll give you 2%.
100%.
Come on.
That is the way.
Who's going to stop Somali doing it? Come. You know what I mean?
No, but they're already, I'm looking at Bahamas, Bahrain, Angola, all of these guys, they got 0% tax.
Yeah, but this is like a global change, isn't it? How are they going to enforce that across the other
Cayman
countries?
Islands, 0% tax.
And I think maybe they're going to try force it. For me, the only way I can see them enforce it is through their military might. Through sanctions, through military might.
Because we got Biden now, like I don't even know, is he brave enough? Like,
oh my,
is he brave enough?
You know Biden. I saw a recent interview with him. He did, I think, with Putin, and he was trying to tell people how I've told Putin if anything happens to Navalny, I'm gonna ensure that something drastic happens to Russia. But
did he drop that?
That's what he was trying to say to the press, that he said that to him. Guys, if you saw the video, he looks senile. He's on the edge. He's on the edge. Because I thought when he was like looking a bit old and he was looking a little bit gone when he was doing the debates with Trump. I thought he was bad then. I thought that he fixed up. Bro, he's getting worse. Who's leading the US? Because it must. He is 2 years away from dying. The way he looks gone.
Obviously, everyone's just saying we're waiting for President
Kamala. Yeah, that's why they did that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a quick two-step, isn't it?
Yeah.
They did it on purpose because they wanted to get the female. Obviously, Hillary flopped, so they were like, we can sneak this one in. We can sneak her in.
Yeah. Well,
good game plan.
I heard that meeting was useless anyway. Apparently, Putin just denied everything.
Oh, I was watching the interview on RT, which always has a little, I guess, title at the bottom says, "This channel is partly or fully funded by the Russian government."
Really?
It's jokes. YouTube's always put in YouTube, Twitter. They always put like banners now, like tell you, "Oh, you talk about COVID-19. Go to the World Health Organization."
Yeah.
Corrupt organization, by the way. Taiwan is definitely a country. Excuse me.
Exactly. China #1. It definitely is, bro. That's what it's called. What do they call it? They say the C stands for China.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
The World Health Organization?
What's the other?
The other organisation to do with like.
Oh, is that American one? It's like the CDC.
CDC, that's
CDC.
it.
Yeah. I can't. Have you guys seen the other one? The next story. It says Carpenter faces 15 million lawsuit for criticizing sexual harassment comments in construction podcast. You want to take this one?
Right, it's peak. So there's a podcast, construction podcast.
Yeah.
There's two guys that are basically like talking about catcalling, sexual harassment in the workplace. I believe so, aren't they?
As far as I know, they used to be or something.
Yeah, or they owned a company at least.
Okay, they owned a company.
Yeah, and but yeah, basically they're just talking about how they still would catcall. Yeah, and they're making comments that could upset a few people.
No, but I thought they had a guest that was like definitely saying like, that I would whistle. And I might even reach out my hand, try to grab something, a little something.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And then someone said, someone said, oh yeah, but at least would you actually do it? He's like, yeah, I'd still whistle. You know, today doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's 2021, 2020. Like I'm doing me. If I see a beautiful thing, I'm gonna whistle. And then
that's a little bit red flag.
This lady, she took those audio parts, she started clipping it up, and then she put it on her Instagram. And then in between, she was putting like sexual harassment like statistics from God knows where. And so basically, these men are suing her for 15 million.
15 million. That's disgusting.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So the guys are hosting, are actually
who had the podcast?
The lady who tried to oust them, and she put it on Instagram. She was saying, "Nah, these guys are basically like, you know, reinforcing sexual harassment, da 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 da." And they're like, no, we're not taking that down. You're gonna take that down, and we're suing you for a fee.
But do you see, like, sometimes people claim that they're anti, you know, cancel culture, they're anti all this,
and then they do that,
and then they themselves are now acting like.
Trust me.
Yeah, it's like, bro.
I bet they're like, oh, free speech, guys. We should be able to post anything we want online.
But then here you are.
Oh yeah, by the way, did you say something we didn't like? Lawyers.
Yes, and 15 million, you know. And to be honest, like, imagine trying to whistle to someone like they're a dog.
I don't have to do it, man. I can't even whistle, bro.
Yeah, same. They actually can't get me on that one.
Yeah, apparently it was plumber Danny.
Plumber Danny.
Our boy Danny. Well, not our boy because we don't agree with.
No, we do not. We do not.
We definitely do not agree with whistling. I mean, I can't even whistle.
But yeah, it was Danny making all the remarks basically. But the woman tried to put it on the podcast itself, the show hosts, and yeah. So
so the guest was Danny.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So
yeah,
Danny was the one saying it, and they're saying, oh, the whole podcast is.
Yeah, they made it look
a little bit. That changes it a little bit, but
just a little bit though, not too much.
But to be honest, because you could say still. Were they agreeing, or were they trying to fight?
So apparently they did say they wouldn't go that far, but they weren't, completely dismissing it. So, it was in the grey area. But I think, they didn't do much. Danny did the work.
I just remember now, I was listening to the video of the one she posted, and she basically said, I do whistle, and the man started laughing like,
I see.
So she's like, okay, fuck all of them.
But it's Trump locker room talk, isn't it? It's Trump locker room talk.
Yeah,
you can say that.
Don't grab them by the pussy though. Don't whistle either.
Yeah. Like, I think you can't really come for the podcast entirely. More about like, Masood.
You might get us cancelled.
Did you hear that? Yeah.
Me and Abe do not agree with the.
And that was him. See, this is what I'm saying. Cancel Masood, not me and that. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Danny should have been cancelled, but not the podcast.
Check it though. Listen. So these man, they're saying it's actually a compliment if you whistle. It's actually a compliment if I catcall it. What I'm doing isn't actually offensive. And some women, and they actually have come out and said,
it's true,
we appreciate it. We like being called out. We like being, walked up to and spoke. It's like the Gillette ad.
Yeah, but the thing is though, this is where they it's like you have to err on the safe side, because you don't know whether that person they like it. Well, in this case, some women might do, but then they don't know in let's say. A woman who doesn't like it and actually might be there by herself and actually scared that she might be getting attacked. Or you never really know these what could happen.
So there's a fine line. What do we do with the line?
Don't do
dancing or?
No. That's the thing. If you dance, you're Danny. You get cancelled. You're Danny, bro. And to be honest, deservedly, what you should be doing is not whistling. If you want to talk to a girl, go up to her and talk to her. Why are you whistling for?
Yeah, polite.
There's respectful ways of doing it.
That's a pussy move. That's a pussy move.
But look, I watched this video. This guy literally walks up to her thing, and he goes, "What's up? You wanna have sex?" And she goes, "Yeah, let's do it." And he was so shocked. He was like, "What?" he was trying to get rejected on purpose. He didn't get rejected. Not only did he get the number, but obviously there was background talk. But I don't know. I can't verify anything.
You can't
verify.
But
it looked pretty good to me.
Yeah.
So
YouTube access.
I'm not sure it was everyone's. The guy on YouTube. No, but so what do you do? Like, mandem are trying to move to girls, but the only way you can do is now what? Online, Hinge, Tinder. Is that the only?
I'm not sure what the safe route is.
What is the safe route?
TikTok DM. I don't know.
TikTok DM.
What do you do?
What to move to a girl? Yeah, nowadays actually. But there are places though, like when you're in a pub or you're in like going out. I guess nowadays online, but you can also talk to a person. But there's also situations. If it's pitch black in the night time, you can see it's midnight. This girl's walking behind, and you decide to run up behind her. And like, hello. Yeah, like, that's. I feel like that's harassment. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah,
like,
that's a bit too much.
There's a time and place, and I feel like a lot of people try to take away.
Why did 50 Shades of Grey be the #1 book selling in the world? Like, it's all about basically hurting the women.
Yeah, but that's consent.
Consent.
They're in a relationship.
The books?
I don't know. I didn't read the book. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I didn't read it.
I didn't read all of
I saw
the
the
films.
show. The show looked consentful to me. It looked consentful. But it's just like, I think people try to pretend like they don't know what is acceptable and what isn't.
No, but there's people
you
that
can
don't
tell.
know. No, there's people that don't.
But
know.
majority of the time,
What about
you can tell.
if you're not socially like, I don't know,
Adept?
adept.
Then stay at home, bro. Stay at home.
So introverts, you heard the man.
You heard me first class.
Be careful.
If you're trying to run up on a girl at midnight, stay at home, bro. Stay at home.
Isn't that one Friday night, Saturday night? Everyone's out at midnight. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you know the situation, let's say
on the weekend.
Let's say
on the weekend, basically.
Yeah,
your class is on the weekend, boy.
No. Let's say that there's let's say she's with like a group of people, or it's just outside a club. It's that vibe. This is what I'm saying. People can tell the vibe. But if it's literally in like the countryside, bare dark, and you're just there, full on sprint, chasing her back, like, hello, oh, she seems to be walking a little bit too fast. Is she sprinting? Let me chase her.
Alright, but that's what I'm saying. The problem with this is like, you're not gonna see
nuance. There's nuance.
What about when you see the one girl that you're like, oh, that's exactly the type of girl I want to see. That's not who I want to talk to. Da da da.
Bro, there's a billion girls in this world. Chill out.
Have you seen The Notebook? Yeah. This guy, he's on the ferry, like basically the London Eye ferry, like some similar esque thing.
Yeah.
And then this guy literally runs up and all the way, he climbs the ferry.
It's like it's London Eye sort of thing, but a smaller version.
And he climbs the ferry to talk to the team. He climbs the ferry to talk to the team. So
this is life.
Let me just say,
they all loved it. Every girl that I spoke to, oh my god, The Notebook, oh my god.
They loved it. But people need to understand the difference between real life and the show. Because I tell you what, in every show, even those Indian Bollywood shows, when they get rejected 16 times, and every time they go back, try some extravagant thing to try romance the girl.
Yeah.
Exactly. Real life, you're on a stalker's list. Understand the difference between real life and movies. Yeah, because but if a girl said no to you 16 different times and you're still trying to do all this extra, you will be considered a stalker, and actually rightfully so, and hopefully prosecuted. Because what are you doing? What are you doing? It's not a movie.
But
she said
no.
no.
A movie though. That's the thing. Girls, they want an adventure. I mean, I'm a guy, and I definitely want an adventure.
So, Masood, are you advocating for this?
Me, I'm slightly advocating, I guess. I'm slightly advocating. Because look, I guess there's ways you can finesse it. That's what I'm basically trying to get.
Yeah,
that's what I
ways you can finesse it.
That's what I mean by understanding the vibe, understanding nuance, understanding the situation. And if you can't understand these situations, and you're gonna be onto the stalker vibe, stay at home. Don't do it. Don't try it. Go on Tinder. Message. Unless you understand, it's not an excuse to say to the judge, "Sorry, I'm socially inept."
I think it is. That's the thing. I think it's becoming like so. I think actually
legally, no, it's not.
It depends what you got.
Ignorance is not a defense. I'm sorry.
What if, for example, somebody says, "Well, I have always been, I got ADHD."
Sorry, I didn't know how to. I didn't know if it's a bad thing to kill. What? What are you trying to argue?
No one told me that one.
No, wait. No, actually, nobody told me this. I have a condition where obviously, I don't feel empathy. Okay, but you're still going. You can go to the insanity ward, but you're still prison. It's still prison.
Worse.
It's worse, and it's considered worse than prison. So, like, you're not gonna get away with it.
Alright, long story short, I'm a slightly advocate.
Slight advocate. All right, I'll put you down for that.
And you're zero advocate.
Wait, what are we back on? Catcalling?
Yeah, I mean the whole thing.
Oh no, I mean like
approaching girls. Wait. Approaching girls or catcalling? What are you advocating for?
Catcalling. I'm not even. Listen, if some things enjoy it, you gotta find out those things that enjoy it.
Yeah, to be fair, some things do enjoy
it. So wait. I don't get this. So you're on the street, How do you know she enjoys it?
No.
Yeah, take that chance.
How do you?
So wait.
How do you know she likes you?
Wait. No.
You gotta take risks out here.
And the risk, so you're gonna do so.
The risk reward ratio is quite low for you.
That is entirely. Does that make any sense? Because let's say she says yes, okay, great. But let's say she doesn't like it, bro. You will be considered a sexual harasser.
Nah, you run. At that point, you run.
That's the point. That's what they were saying. It's 2021. You would actually be a sexual harasser, basically.
It is, and serially. Exactly. So if you want to take that risk reward, that's up to you. I'm not. Listen. I look into the camera. Listen. I do not advocate for this. This is Masood. Hey, Toby.
Nah, I'm not on this team.
I'm saying you got chances, boys.
You got chances, alright.
I'm saying, listen, everyone's gambling. Everyone's got accumulators. You get me? There. Start accumulating, boys.
Alright. Let's move on. Alright. So did you hear about the COVID study that hints at long-term loss of brain tissue?
Oh, we're doing that, man. Come.
Yeah.
I heard was grey matter, white matter, something like that.
Yeah,
It's in the Indian I think it's happening in. Was it in India with the fungus?
Yeah, I've heard some bad. Yeah, black fungus. It's causing more issues. Like it's actually peaked there one. That's the one we're bringing over. We chose the worst one. We're top of the list. We want that high quality variant.
That is.
If you're gonna do something, do quality over quality.
Yeah, true.
That is.
But yeah, it's saying that like there's a loss of brain tissue, and some of these long-term effects are a lot worse than we thought. I'm not sure how confirmed this theory is.
And to be honest, people a lot of in COVID in general, there seems to be a lot of long-term effects for a lot of people, which is like I know a guy who can't smell and taste for 6 months. He still hasn't been able to. He can eat an onion with no stress. Ginger, he shows it just for the banter. He brings it out on a night out.
It's a superpower now.
Imagine.
I ain't gonna lie, maybe it's a superpower thing.
Is it though? Depressing.
Imagine
depressing.
you eat your
like
favorite shit.
grey world.
Like you could just can't taste or smell. That's depressing. Nah.
So Scott Gottlieb, MD, I guess a doctor, I suppose, or MD, medical doctor, whatever. A well-done study evaluating potential nervous system effects of COVID-19 based on brain scans finds significant deleterious impacts on certain parts of the brain, perhaps pointing to a microvascular effect of virus on certain regions of the nervous system. And then he links to the study.
Big word team.
Ain't gonna lie, it don't look good, boys. It does not look good.
Yeah, this is the thing that's pushed me towards the vaccine. The vaccines looked a bit dodgy for a little bit, but
so this is what they mean by, because the diminishment apparently is towards the regions of the brain that are closest to the for smell. So that's why people are losing the loss of smell.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So it's. I guess that's what they mean. We already kind of knew this, so it's not like brand new.
But for different people, it affects them different. Yeah.
It could be.
This could be a permanent thing. We don't know. It hasn't been around long enough.
Exactly.
It says here it's about cortical thickness as well. Like the grey matter thickness is actually getting reduced apparently. So whatever that means, whatever the effects of that is, everyone I can literally read out. It says like left hemisphere in the anterior parahippocampal gyrus, the anterior, and it's like long. Nobody knows what it is. We need some translation. I mean, I did neuroscience as well.
We're looking for a scientist coming to the podcast.
We're
looking for an actual scientist, not them fake neuroscience guys.
Bro, degrees are lies anyways.
They're all lies.
They're all fucking lies. They just stole my money, put me in bed there.
Nah, but we have fun.
We had fun. Don't go university, guys. Just buy Bitcoin.
But apparently, if you had a plant-based diet, you're 73% lower odds of moderate or severe COVID. So the vegans, aka Masood, and the vegetarians, you guys are doing well apparently. So, but does that because do you not think that's more related to the fact that plant-based diets are generally healthier?
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, it's simply just if they said to me, I think they just
they were
cut
vegans. They
that
were
out.
vegans. It wasn't even vegans. It's plant-based. It's people that eat anything, but generally majority.
Because if you see anyone really on a plant-based diet, if you look at the food they're having,
it's always a screen.
It's always like majority healthy things. If you look towards, for example, like I know that there are vegan burger spots that have like quite bad food for you.
Oreos are vegan.
But it's harder. But these are more. They're more expensive, harder to get to. And to be honest, majority of the time, as a vegan, you're kind of forced to cook your own food. And vegetarians, so it's just more healthy. Yeah, so it's a more healthy alternative. So I think probably the study, if they said eat healthier, you have lower odds, and we kind of already knew this.
Yeah,
if you're healthier, you're gonna be healthy, man.
That's what they're trying to say. That's exactly what they're trying to say.
But that's what I'm saying. If you want to look good, feel good, go vegan.
Yeah. No, it is good.
That's true.
I'm paving the way for the boys. Obviously, they're using me as a guinea pig the same way as I'm using you guys for the vaccine guinea pig. It is what it is. We're all guinea pigs.
I have to get the vaccine now. It's about time.
What date you got? Do you know?
July 4th.
Oh, really?
America Day.
Okay.
Hey,
yeah, May the 4th.
No, that was May 4th. That's May 4th.
Is that May 4th? Is July 4th?
Yeah, May 4th is
May
the 4th.
I see. They just made the whole Juneteenth for holiday, didn't they?
God knows, bro. There's a holiday every single day.
So no, the US actually, there was the first time in a very long time that the US Senate actually came together and unanimously said that they wanted the Juneteenth holiday a national holiday. So what Juneteenth is with the first day the black slaves were told that they are now free.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Is that a recent change?
Here, look, Juneteenth is
bro, slavery got abolished ages ago. What do you mean?
I mean the holiday.
Don't be like, what? Wait, what?
My slaves, I have to let them out.
When did they take my space?
Bro, there's a flag thing now. Bro, Juneteenth is now a holiday, national holiday. Yeah.
Wait, but that's a recent change.
That's recent.
I mean,
that's the recent
the news
change.
is coming out just recently.
Yeah, I heard we might get a new one for when the Queen hits a certain age or certain years of reign. We get another bank holiday.
Keep her alive, boy. Stick whatever you need.
We need those more bank holidays. To be fair.
What if she never dies?
She's moving like that. She's totally moving like that. Like Charles must hate her.
Yo, he's pissed.
Because he's like, when are you gonna let me do my job? I've been told I was gonna be king for time. Like, when?
She's like, you ain't gonna do it. Do it for the king. I ain't gonna do it.
They were like, even but Philip had to go. Philip had to go.
We had to let
he
that
was
one
a
go.
zombie. They couldn't even pretend anymore. Like they must have been sticking everything in him to keep that guy alive. He looked like when he come out of ministry at 8 a.m. after doing all the drugs under the sun. Your eyes are just black.
I'm actually tired.
Was it 4 days of Bargain? What's the German club?
Bro, Bargain. Like he's just there. He just comes out 10 days later looking like an absolute fucking zombie. And to be honest, I think people started to talk. They're like, nah, they got some kind of extra life pill or something because he looked like a corpse that they took out of the fucking grave and they just sat him up upright and started sticking life into him.
Companies that are working on actually, literally, they're trying their best and they're making a huge amount of money just because people like the idea of freezing their brain, their parts of their bodies, or just their entire body. It just depends, you know what I mean?
After that,
how much you can afford.
Isn't it called cryotherapy?
Something like that, where you know they basically freeze it.
It's
in,
like
like,
Futurama.
Nitrogen liquid, I don't know, liquid or nitrogen or something like that. I don't know what they're doing, but I was watching a YouTube video and it just looked lit. So I'm thinking it might be a thing.
I've always thought that, bro, because you know what? I think it's called cryonics. I think
cryostasis or something. Yeah. But
so,
is this when they're dead or when they're alive?
Some of them, I guess. Maybe
some
just
try
before,
that.
Maybe.
Yeah, because actually, think about it. If you do really preserve your body like that, you never know. In 1,000 years, in 2,000 years, they might have some sort of technology to be able to bring you back.
And do you want to come back? Would you want to come back?
I would.
I want to see
bro. I would love to. And the thing is, that's why I would much rather be frozen, just so that bro, and to you, imagine you die. The second you die, the next second is you waking up in that thing.
That's insane.
Because to you, time will move like that.
Yeah, true.
So it's quite crazy. For you, it's just like, oh, now I'm here, and I think that's a really cool move.
Imagine but the thing is, imagine we bring the cavemen to this day. Like they're gonna take time to figure all this out. Like we were struggling with this fucking podcast setup earlier.
We'd be a bit useless. I'm not gonna lie, we'd be a bit useless in that society.
I saw a video actually on a similar thing like this where who's that YouTuber? He's really funny. He does like skits, and he did a skit when the aliens came to visit the Earth, and he just there and laughed. He goes, "Is that a phone? Is that a phone? You guys still use phones? Oh my god! Hey yo, come over here. They still use phones."
But that's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. Imagine into the future. To be honest, we're thinking we might.
And the guy's like, "It's an iPhone 12, bro." He's like, 12? No, that's too much.
But what's your prediction? What time are we dying? If we're dying at all? You know
what do you mean?
100? Are we living to 100?
What, humanity or us?
Like us specifically.
I reckon I'll get.
On AI, bro.
I'm gonna guess 87 for me.
87.
Yeah.
I want to go at 80, bro. I don't want to be like having some dead life from 80 to 100. At 80, yeah, I'm hitting the heroin. I'm hitting up the heroin.
Yeah, fuck it, you gotta try it.
But what if you're doing this here? You're like, oh, you know what? I'm definitely out, guys. I think I'm gonna die at 80. I'm doing all this.
Take the heroin.
And then they're like, heroin. And then I'm like, and then they go, actually, we figured out a way for you not to die, and it's gonna make it compulsory now because we love life, and we're not allowed to die.
I'm a junkie now.
And you're a junkie now. You're fully on heroin.
No, that's deep.
So I think the best strategy is stay healthy. You know, as much as
take it early. You're saying, yeah.
I mean, have you tried it?
Bro, I don't know about you. At 80 years old, I've had a good life. At 80, it's just diminishing. Your life is diminishing. It's just not worth it. I'd rather just die while I'm sane. And now they're saying 1 in 2 people are gonna get cancer.
I saw that earlier. 1 in 2. That's half of the population now. What is going on?
Who's administering more cancer to people? Who's giving it?
Bro,
because it's Johnson & Johnson, bro. That baby powder.
It's the baby powder. It's
Johnson & Johnson.
But
and they made a vaccine. Don't trust that.
They're attacking the babies.
I don't get it. I don't get it because how is it going up? Like, is it like, it's not like it's COVID. Who's giving people cancer?
How's it 50% now? 1 in 2. Actually 50%.
It's
1 over 2. They tell me 50% of people are gonna get
That's so
happen. I know bare people. I'm not gonna like that.
I don't know. It sounds stress.
And you know what? All these white people seem to know bare people with cancer. Us black people, bro. Do you know one older person in your family with cancer?
Actually, don't.
I can name 4 actually. You know.
And we've got more people in our families. Yeah, let me just say.
Yeah, true.
We got
my family's 10 people.
Bro, it's a white thing.
What's the difference?
Cancer's a white thing.
Difference?
You heard it here first. Hey, listen, the scientists, look into it, bro. Look into it. I swear to God, look into it. Look in the melanin, and I swear you'll find cancer when it's.
We can't handle the sun, but we're still on those beaches.
Bro, that's the dumbest shit ever. Always red.
Always red. First they put the corner.
You guys can't survive a life.
Let me check the statistics while you guys keep checking.
Yeah, nice peak. I remember first day at Punta Cana, I was like, you know what? First day, no sunscreen. You know, you've got to get that early tan, then you put the sunscreen on the next day. So.
Well, you get cancer for everything, not just
and you know what? I had no sunscreen the whole majority of the holiday.
Really?
I became blick, but
no, I was a tomato after day 1. It hurt to sleep.
Yeah,
I had to find this special like aloe vera shit that cooled your body while you sleep because it was painful just to sit down.
That's a mistake. Day 1 is a big mistake. You don't want to like. I think what Maloney messed up halfway through the holiday. I think it was. That's when he got caught out.
Oh, that was a big. Wait, which mess up are we talking about?
Oh no, not that mess up where he just bust up his knee.
Can't walk anymore.
Alright, no, that's next. Well, no. Before we hit that up, Dovey's been making a little bit of money on football.
Ooh, bro, so you guys know I'm not a football fan.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I don't give a shit about football.
Yeah, I don't watch football, but recently, I guess it's because I work for a betting company that I've been putting a few bets here and there on a few random games.
They got you like that.
I'm actually enjoying it.
They got hooked.
Bro, I ended up betting on Colombia versus Venezuela. I'm sitting there on some random South American game, watching the whole thing, getting pissed off at the players. 20 minutes at least was wasted on fake injuries. Fake injuries, and they could have won. It was something like 20 shots Colombia had to 3 Venezuela had. So I was like, obviously Colombia's going to win, obviously. I've got no football knowledge, but I looked at the stats, I was like, oh, it must be, right?
Yeah.
Bet on Colombia, nothing. 0-0. All they were doing was slamming into each other, kicking each other's legs. One guy got a red card for faking it.
Oh,
first time I've ever seen someone get a red card for faking it.
Yellow cards I've seen, but not
I've never seen them.
Yeah, and there was at least like 5 yellow cards on the pitch at the time as well. Like, it was a crazy game, but I was pissed. But it just goes to show that some of this betting, it actually makes you enjoy some of the things you don't actually like care about before.
That is true. Yeah, like when we used to bet on League of Legends games, remember? Bro, I used to watch those. I had a 90% win rate against those analysts.
Analysts know nothing about gaming, bro.
I was beating them. and you know, I might think I might do a bit of the because I've been watching a little bit more football, so I might have to do a little bit of the betting on the football.
To be honest, remember I put in £10. Now what, like £1,000 off the UFC? Remember?
£10.
Yeah, I put £10.
Accumulator.
Yeah, it was accumulator. £1,000.
Yeah, that's
I put for 10.
Those accumulators. Yeah.
Oh, and UFC.
It's worth the risk.
And Kishan's friends, he's made 8 grand of an accumulator, 10 grand of another accumulator. But this is how once you win, they cut you off.
I wanted to bet on the YouTube first TikTok matches. I was trying to bet, but there was only one weird American company that accepted it, and they wouldn't accept UK bettors.
All this is going to change though when we got the decentralized web, you know. Yeah. We don't need to go into some central authority to ask for permission to bet.
But you got to be careful betting. I've seen the addiction. I'm not gonna lie. I put in £10, 150. I was like, you know what, I'm doing good. I've got to put more.
Exactly.
I've got to put more.
Went from £1 to £10. £10.
Yeah. But then I started losing. I was like, oh, okay. I'll put a bit more, try and win that back.
Game though, and they optimize for that as well. You know, they're using humans, developers. You know, coding, AI.
And you know what? I know this one girl actually who she does betting actually. She tried to get me to give her my betting account and give me a percentage from her winnings. I was like, no.
I was
like, that sounds dodgy as fuck. I'm not involved. But
sounds lit.
she makes thousands, and because she's a female and that she's winning, they close her accounts down.
What?
They will close your account down if you win.
If you win too much,
they will close your account down.
You gotta make multiple accounts, multiple fake.
So she has to go find other people, and she says the best account is a young male because those guys lose the most money. So so she needs an account like that so she can. And I was telling her, look, I'm not involved.
The same way they profile you for everything else, whether it's social media, whether it's Google search history, whatever it is, yeah, they profile you. So obviously the profile that loses the most money, they're gonna, want to have those people the most.
Exactly. So I was like, I'm not involved, and it's quite crazy how much money she's made. Thousands, she told me, like 20,000, 30,000. I was like, wow.
Well, when you say yes, then?
Huh?
You scared?
I'm black, bro. any mess up, and suddenly man's in prison. And what? Some girl comes up to me, tries to flirt, and be like, "Oh, can I take?" I know this, yeah. All the Sims would have said yes to you.
Yeah.
Get out of my face. I'm not. You're not.
What was the percentage she was given?
I don't even remember. It was like
you can't say simp, fam. It's been banned. It's been banned.
Oh, you're not allowed?
You have to say 5 imp now, bro.
5 imp?
It's been banned. Yeah, Twitch actually tried to ban it.
What, the word simp?
Yes, they tried to ban simp.
But the whole Twitch is simp. It's simp. The whole Twitch is simp, bro. The whole Twitch.
Holy shit.
Nah.
But speaking of Colombia and Venezuela and Latin America in general.
El Salvador.
El Salvador! I was so gassed. I'm not gonna lie, I was so gassed. They made Bitcoin legal tender, and they literally are enforcing it as well. This is a little bit problematic.
Oh, enforcing it.
Like they have in Article 7, I believe it is in the bill. It says like merchants have to accept it. Like they're not allowed not to accept it unless I think there's a stipulation where it says unless you don't have the technological sophistication.
Right.
You don't have the machinery.
I thought you were about to say you have to use Bitcoin. I thought that was.
No, you have to accept it. You have to accept
it. I see.
Right.
That's a big difference. But
obviously, that's what any legal tender law is like that. Anywhere where money is, I guess, the nation's currency, then you have to accept it. Everyone has to.
You know when you're stressing hard, like you're stressing very hard, and you're broke, you got nothing. You have to just try side.
Oh, you in that position. Right now,
you gotta try side. So I was like, bro, you should just back the Bitcoin. It's basically all the crypto guys.
Everyone else is making money.
That's it. They see everyone's making money now. I see the most people with the most dumbest people when it comes to crypto have no insight whatsoever. But they see others making money around them, and they're bottom. They're stressing. They're like, all right, let me just buy some Bitcoin, and they got burnt and they sell.
Dump it.
Yeah, literally.
But listen, it's true. It happens. Like the other day, yeah. Sorry about this, bro. But he called me. My brother calls me. He's like, yo, have you heard about SafeMoon?
That's how you know. He's been caught.
Bro, I told him, I beg you, don't talk to me about no SafeMoon. Don't talk to me about no like Shiba Inu. Don't get me wrong. People are making money off this. There are always going to be winners and there are always going to be losers. Just like gambling.
You'll only ever hear about the losers. I mean the winners. Sorry, you never hear about losers.
It's like the lottery. It's the same thing. However, if you like, for example, El Salvador right now, same way that China and Russia are trying to like basically figure out a way not to use the dollar because dollar is basically American hegemony and they're ruling the world. If they figure out a way to go outside and trade, they can basically send billions of dollars now, across the border without any SWIFT payments or without any remittance fees and etc. Like it's actually legal and it's going to help a lot of their country. You know what I mean? So I think it might be good in long term. Right now, at the beginning, it might be very confusing because I bet nobody fucking knows what Bitcoin is.
Yeah, and most of them are going to have to buy into Bitcoin at its current price. What if it drops? Yeah. Those guys.
I mean, no. So I did read a little bit more about it. They're working with this, app called Strike or something, which uses a Lightning network.
Oh, Stripe, yeah.
Strike.
I don't know what that is.
Strike. It's basically it allows you to use Bitcoin on the Lightning network and send payments like instantly, and at a very cheap rate. Yeah. And of course, it has its what's it called, drawdowns. It's a little bit centralized. The servers aren't. The network isn't running as smoothly as people would like it to be. But that's with everything that's new and nascent technology. You know what I mean? However, the coolest thing about it is they're going to use volcanoes.
Yeah, the volcanoes.
The president was like,
that's
listen,
crazy.
You got volcanoes, yeah? You got energy, yeah? Renewable, yeah? My Bitcoin.
That's a good idea, though.
They're trying anything and everything. It is.
They need it. But of course, look, the IMF, they're trying to make a deal with the International Monetary Fund to give $1 billion to El Salvador, right? And they're like, okay, come, we're going to help you out with $1 billion. But it comes with, clauses, stipulations, all this interest rates. Basically, it's like, here's $1 billion, kinda. kinda. And like, nah, fuck this, man. So I'm saying all the Latin American countries adopt Bitcoin, follow El Salvador, and let's see what happens, isn't it? Let's have some fun.
But imagine imagine it just crashes and they put all their reserves in it now, and then they just haven't got money to pay for shit, because remember, when the crash happens, you don't have that money anymore. You cannot pay for it.
It's a small country as well. It's like very small.
So if that could cripple you it could cripple you. So
maybe short term, but long term.
In the very long term,
do we not all believe there's going to be some sort of crypto that's going to definitely do something big?
But imagine that they get crippled enough to not recover in time. Like there are countries that if all your reserves are in it, you're not gonna really recover.
I mean, Bitcoin is more stable than their old currency, whatever it was, like whether it's the Bolivian Bolivar or something like that, you know.
No, that sounds Bolivian.
No, it's like that. I can't remember what they had. They probably had like peso or something, you know what I mean? God knows what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not that educated.
We just trying shit. We
just trying shit.
We don't know shit. We don't know shit.
We really don't, fam. I love this game.
We don't know shit.
We just love trying shit. Speculation.
So
conversation.
So who do you guys reckon is gonna win this Euro 2020?
I'm hoping Italy, just because then I get a £50 hamper.
Oh really?
I got it as my sweepstake.
Italy.
And they're on track as well. They're on track.
Nah, I think France have taken it.
Oh really?
I think it's already won.
Oh really?
Might as well cancel it now.
Nah,
France are so good. France are so good right now. There's actually Italy, bro. They ain't got a chance against France.
No. Hamper.
So there's no hamper for you. France, for me, the winners are either France, Belgium, or nah, that's it.
I have no idea about football. Hang on.
It's France for me right now.
I don't think I've watched a football game in years.
The Euros are quite fun to see because everyone's kind of gets involved.
Yeah.
You see the.
I watched the highlight. I watched a quick someone scored a mad goal. Let me see it on YouTube. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro.
I watched the finals.
Bro, 90 minutes for people to score 0-0. Did you not bet recently on Spain, Sweden, or some shit?
Even 0-0. England, Scotland, 0-0.
Fam, I might have not watched it.
No, but you don't understand because there's tactics involved. It's about the tactics and the way the players play. Of course, to see the goal at the end, you know, it's cool.
No, same thing with the NBA. I just watch highlights. I ain't got time. Fuck that.
I only watch the Chelsea matches generally. But
UFC, I'm watching
the good matches, like the Germany match. Yeah, I watched that against France. And
there's just too much to keep up with in the squad. You know what I mean? That's why I like the highlights, the TLDRs. You know, the threads, Twitter threads.
That's true.
That's what I like in it.
So you can find the highlights for the Let's Chat Shit podcast on our highlights channel. So you know what I'm saying. So if you're on Masu's vibe with the highlights, the quick media, you know, make sure you check that out. But you know, that's the end of the Let's Chat Shit podcast. Bye bye.
Back off. That was lit, bro.
Yeah, that was right.
I think that went well.
That was Lee. Let's see you
click the top button on the
Wait, no, don't click shit. Go. You don't click shit, bro.
Yo, man,
No, don't touch shit. We ain't risking anything. This is the first one that might go through. But I still sucks. I started to go away from the mic.
Bears.
I think we all sometimes laughed into, sometimes laughed out.
It's quite. I think we just need to get good at doing it.
Yeah, but we can adjust the audio, just not mic per mic. Where there's fat laughters, we can just put that block of audio.
Yeah.
I'll edit it.
So,
but yeah, we got 49 minutes on the camera.
Lit.
That's it, fam. We did it finally.
That was our first actual fucking thing.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Actually, now
we finally got one.
Yes.
Oh wait, GarageBand was recording. No, I imagine.